What's going on? Reefer Man Reviews here. I've got a special little video for you today. We're going to go over the 7 best books of 2021 so far. First up, click like, click subscribe, click the notification bells. Second up, let's do this. First up, like I said, we've got 7 books that came out this year. There's only 1 or 2 issues so far, 3 issues in one case of each of these titles, and they're fantastic. And these are the reasons why, largely, I'm moving away from Marvel and DC books. Yes, there is a Marvel book in this list, and a Marvel adjacent book as well, but they are not Marvel stuff. You'll see. In fact, let's kick this off with those books to get the Marvel stuff out of the way. We have, of course, Cavan Scott's Star Wars, The High Republic. Okay? First comic book series introducing us to the world of the High Republic, set about 200 years before the movies, before the prequel movies in particular, and tells a story of the height of the Republic. They're at their best at this moment. Sith haven't been around, and yada yada yada. Cavan Scott's doing a great job over at Marvel with the writing. Sorry, had to get the book because I can't tell you who the artists are and all that if that book is in a bag. So I had to grab my number 2. All right, as I said, Cavan Scott here. There's the credits. You can even do a scroll. Can't do the music for you though. That didn't work too well. Anyway, Cavan Scott's the writer. Ario Anindito is the artist. Mark Morales, inker. Colorist Annalisa Leone. Letterer VC's Ariana Maher, Maher. Sorry. Cover artist Phil Noto. Variant cover artist Ashley Witter. And then there was some of those other people that are behind the scenes. The art in this series, this is from number 2. Check that out, huh? Decaying corpse of a hut with all sorts of other craziness going on. Like I said, I'm loving what Cavan Scott's doing in this series. That brings us to the second one, Star Wars The High Republic Adventures from IDW. This is the Marvel adjacent book. You know, they work together, I guess, side by side. This is a... Let's see, who are the ones? Because I keep getting them confused. Daniel Jose Older. I'm not a big fan of his writing, honestly. This story, I like it because Yoda's in it. And the art done by Harvey Tolibao from Magnus Arts. Phenomenal. I love it, love it. Colors, Rebecca Nalty, works very, very well with Harvey's arts. Letters, Jake M. Wood. No complaints there at all. Here we go. There's Master Yoda with buckets of blood. That's his nickname or whatever. He calls himself that. But he's not a violent man. He hates fighting, or I shouldn't say hate. Jedi are not supposed to hate, but he shies from all that. He's a healer, as he explains in this series. This is a more lighthearted storyline than the Marvel one. Both of them are dealing with new threats to the galaxy. The Nile are there. That's something right from the Light of the Jedi book, as well as the other 2 novels, Into the Dark and Test of Courage, which Test of Courage I have not read yet. halfway through Into the Dark right now. Light of the Jedi was just amazing. I'm loving what they're doing over there. 5 minutes into this video, and all I've done is smoke weed and talk about Star Wars. So we're going to move on from that. This is not a review in depth on any of this stuff. Just telling you, these are the best 7 books, in my opinion, that this current year has seen so far. All right? Yeah. Up next, we've got Boom Studios. I bet y'all think you know what book I'm about to hold up for you, but you're probably wrong. No, this book is written by Maria Lovett, cover by Maria Lovett. She did the art for the cover as well. That's cool. Variant. Okay, no, she's the writer and the artist in this, and colorist and stuff, I guess. That is awesome. The book, of course, is Luna from Boom Studios. I just love this kind of artwork here. The trippiness of the skulls with the flowers and the eyeballs there. This is a trippy book. If you like trippy shit, you will trip to this. Look at this. This is the kind of trippy stuff you can expect to see. Make sure that's lined up there good for you. Bam! Gorgeous. This seems to be a story about vampires. Just open up your mouth and say, ha, or ah, 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 aha, aha. Can't wait to see what number 2 brings up. Brings to this. I'm really looking forward to see where the story's going. I mean, it's a bunch of hippies puffing on the good stuff and something. I'm thinking vampire. If you've read it, let me know down below what you think. Definitely one of my favorite books to come out this year. Once again, that was Luna, Boom Studios. Boom! I got another one for you from Boom Studios. This one, of course. Man, this one was written by Keanu Reeves and Matt Kint, illustrated by Ron Garney, colored by Bill Crabtree, lettered by Clem Robbins. And you got all these other peoples here that helped out. Of course, I'm talking about Berserker. Starring Keanu himself. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, that is Keanu. I'm sorry. That is Keanu Reeves. This is a very brutal, violent book. Look at the art. Love the art in this. I must have read this 5 times, within the first 10 minutes of getting it. When I say it is violent, I mean, I haven't seen John Wick or anything, but I imagine, he gets pretty crazy in that as well. No ads in this book, and it is thick. All right. What do we got? A $5 cover price? Go get this book. Come back and thank me. Moving on now to Image Comics, the last 3 books on our list. This is in no specific order, by the way. The first book I showed you, and the last book I showed you, and this book I'm showing you right now, they all made the top 7, but it's not like a number 7, number 6, number 5. Here's number 1, my favorite book of the year so far. No, this isn't like that. These are just my 7 favorite books that are going on that came out in this year. So, I mean, I could probably order them, but next month, when the next issues come out, that could change. So, I'm not going to do it that way. But these are definitely the top 7 books that have come out this year that I am absolutely in love with. We've got Scott Snyder, Tony S. Daniel, Tomo Mori's Nocterra from Image Comics. Halfway through this right now, basically it seems something happened where the world just fell into darkness. There wasn't even stars and such. And if you stay out of some kind of light, if you stay in the darkness for too long, you start to transform into some other kind of thing. Birds will transform, insects, like humans. It's weird. It's different. I like it. I'm halfway through it right now, and it still made my 7 list, even though I'm not done reading it. Next, we got Kyle Higgins, Marcelo Costa with Becca Carey's Radiant Black from Image Comics. Honestly, it's fun so far. Nothing has really happened. This dude gets some powers. Kind of like, like, I have powers now, and I'm going to do something with them. And then nobody's like me, and then, maybe there is somebody like him, and maybe they're not as good as he is. Highly looking forward to number 2. These have all, of course, made my pull list over at Newberry Comics down in Dartmouth, Massachusetts. I dropped my dang. Anyway, haha, that brings us to the last one. There's a second printing, haha number 1 from Image Comics. Now, this, I believe, is the same writer it has as the Image Comic Ice Cream Man, which I'm behind on but absolutely love, and that started last year, so it didn't make this list. But it's on my top 10 books of that I'm reading right now. I mean, Ice Cream Man is. Written by W. Maxwell Print, art by Vanessa Del Rey, colored by Chris O'Halloran, letters and cover by Good Old Neon. Now, I don't know if there's different art in every issue to tell a different story, because issue 1 and issue 2 are much like Ice Cream Man. They seem to be their separate stories, not connected at all. This is about this guy who's a clown, and, well, I don't want to spoil it. It's kind of maybe a psychological thriller horror type of thing. It's really hard to put a label on that book. But number 2, here's the cover for number 2. We only got 2 issues out so far. It's got like a Harley Quinn type of character this time around instead of a clown. I just get the Harley Quinn vibe from her. But in truth, she's more like the mime from DC. I can't remember her name. It was whatever. I'm pretty much done with DC anyway at this point. There's the art in it for number 2. Let's see, who's the artist? Yeah. Yes, it's a different artist, same writer for number 2. Different artist. This time for our number 2, we got art and cover by Zoe Thorogood, colored by Chris O'Halloran. Letters is the same as the others. Okay, so yeah, the artist is different. Otherwise, we're good. But there you have it, peoples. Those are 7 books that came out this year that I think you should go check out, give it a chance. I mean, these Star Wars books here, the High Republic, and this right here, are probably the top 3. This is definitely in the top 3 of the year so far, if I had to really order them like that so far. But yeah, let me know what you think and all that stuff.